3. Welcome to English with Abby and Torai. In this video, we are going to find out how many languages does she speak and also her experience learning different languages. And how many languages do you speak? More than one, of course.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
More than.
Yeah, more than two.
Probably more than.
Uh, more than three.
Let's see. I
Uh,
think so.
more than four, even?
We will figure out how many.
More than five. Wow. So we were gonna find out. Are you gonna tell us at the end, like how many languages do you speak and how did you learn
Yeah,
them?
sure. Why not?
Yeah. Okay. Very good. So, and but before we go any further, we are just going to introduce ourselves because we are from more than just three different countries. Like, how is that possible? Like, some of you might ask, like, well, you are just from three different countries. No, we are from more than just three different countries. We will tell you now, and you will find out. So we were gonna start with you. Can you please say your name and where are you from? Which country?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Veru, and I am Italian. So I was born and raised up here in Rome.
Wow. Okay. So are you from Rome? Like
Absolutely.
you are like Italian and plus Roman. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like in the middle of the city I was born. So, and also we can say Rome is the middle of Italy. So, absolutely 100% Italian.
Like you are from the heart of Rome, like
Yeah.
Colosseo. Not exactly Colosseo. And
I'm Abby and I am American. I'm from the United States of America.
very good. And my name is Torai, and I am from Central Asia, Afghanistan. So far we know that she is from Italy. Italy is in Europe, and she is from the United States of America. So she's from America, and I am from Central Asia, from Afghanistan. So Afghanistan is in Asia. So we are from three different continents: Europe, America, and Asia.
Well, North America.
North America. Yeah, North America, but it's still a continent, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So three different countries. As I told you at the beginning that we are from more than just three different countries. Now you know why. So now we want to know how many language do you speak, and can you please first name them, and then can do you want to say your favorite sentence, or you want to say something in each those languages
Right.
you speak?
Sure, why not? So, well, my native language is Italian, and
Your favorite sentence in Italian, something like you want to say in this video.
allora, una frase favorita in realtà non ce l'ho, però direi più un motto che è cogli l'attimo o vivi il momento. Penso che sia una bella frase. It's in English it's like live the moment, live in the moment. So yeah, I think it's beautiful. It has a beautiful meaning.
How do you say that in Italian?
Cogli l'attimo.
Oh, cogli l'attimo.
Yeah.
Oh, I never heard that.
I haven't heard that before either. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but so we hear, okay, so first language,
Yeah.
mother tongue is Italian. Wow. And also, do you speak Roman as well? Like, like Romanaccio?
Romanaccio, sì, so parlare un po' di romanaccio, però non è generalmente la lingua che uso tanto, diciamo, la so più per sentito dire, che poi a me piace più parlare l'italiano standard, tra virgolette, però sì, conosco il romano.
Yeah, wow. So you are comfortable speaking like Italian is standard Italian,
Italian,
and
yeah.
also like Roman. So
In Italian, it's called Italiano Standard.
Yes. And then like
how did you say?
I said in Italian it's called Italiano Standard.
Italian standard.
Yeah,
Wow.
there are like all the dialects, the dialetto like Romanaccio or Umbro, Toscano.
Okay. Can you tell us, please, like the second language you speak?
The second language where, let's say, I am more confident is Spanish or Español. And I like it. Let's say I have from my mother family, I have some Spanish roots, and even though like I was born and raised up here, but it's the first country where I moved when I went like I think 1920. So
Oh.
yeah, and
So you learned Spanish because your mom speaks Spanish, or because your family members
let's say
speak
yes,
Spanish?
because family member, but mostly like in school when I went to school.
Okay.
I finally like more at home. It was like more the contact, but never no one really spent time teaching me. So yeah.
All right. Okay. Do you have like your favorite sentence or like a?
Bueno, should I say in Spanish?
Yeah, yeah. Just all say in Spanish.
Bueno, yo diría que una frase que se parece mucho a la que dije en italiano es la vida es hoy. Y bueno, sí, básicamente es muy, muy parecida. Y me encanta porque de verdad creo que sea una muy buena lección, algo que tener siempre en la cabeza, como no dar por hecho que mañana estaremos, porque claro, sí, ojalá estaremos, pero no lo sabemos.
Oh wow! So can you say some of it
Yeah,
in English?
like
English.
basically what I said is like one Spanish phrase that I like is "La vida es hoy," and it's very similar to live the moment. It's
Live.
like literally it's life is today, but
Life is
yeah,
today.
basically like the meaning is similar.
Wow.
And actually it comes from one of my favorite actress and singer from Latin America, not from Spain, but well, yeah, I was raised up watching her movies. So
Oh wow!
So who is it?
Flor Bertotti. She's from Argentina.
Argentina. Wow. And the third language?
The third language, I would say English. I think I am lucky enough because I can practice it almost every day, and
Wow.
also when I travel, I use it a lot, and I know people from all around the world with whom I can speak English. So,
But you said like Abby and Angie are like the first people, kind of the first people that you have in contact. They are from the US.
from US, yes. I know most of the people like from UK or like from other countries with whom I speak English, but yeah, from United States, unfortunately I don't know so many, but fortunately I know Abby and Angie and other friends.
Oh, wow. So the third language is English.
And how did you mainly learn English? We'll talk more about this, I think, too. But
well, like in Italian school, it's mandatory. It's like the only foreign language that is mandatory. The others, like you can choose between like which one you want to study, but English is always there. And many of like my classmates or like other people, they just study it because it's mandatory. But me, I saw like how useful it is. So that's why I like maybe I studied it a little like more and with more emphasis. Yeah.
Wow. So you just took it like more seriously, learning.
Yeah, because like I understood that if you don't study when it's the time, then you don't do after. Like yeah, it's you can say like yeah I can do it later, but most of the time you don't do, and even yourself you know this. It's a lie that you tell to yourself. Yeah.
Okay, so the fourth language.
The fourth language I would say Français. French is it's a language that I really like. I am not so fluent. I was once upon a time, but
Oh, wow.
yeah, now it's a little like. Je peux parler français un petit peu, mais malheureusement, je peux pas parler la même que j'ai parlé avant parce que ça fait longtemps que je ne habite plus là-bas, donc comme ça. I
Wow.
said like before I was more fluent, and now it's just like that.
So that is really true. Is that like in English, if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, four languages
So
and
far.
so far, and I don't know how far we will go, but is there any other language do you know?
Well, the fifth and the last one for now, but let's see in the future. It's Farsi, but like let's say it's not. I'm not so fluent. Just I am in the process of learning it. So
Oh
yeah.
wow, Farsi. So uh, if we speak a little bit Farsi, and just to be a proof to those who are Farsi speaker, but especially like Dari, you are more like close to Dari
Yeah.
than Farsi, and because you have a lot of friends, they are from Afghanistan, and like they speak also their own dialect, like Hazaragi as well. But so just to know, like we can speak a little bit Farsi. اوکی تشکر خیلی زیاد برای وقتت امروز. واقعا این ویدیو چیزی بود که ما خیلی وقت میخواستیم ایران ویدیو رو درست کنیم، اما خیلی خوشحال هستیم که الان امروز اینجاست. تشکر برای وقتت.
تشکر به شما. من هم خیلی خوشحال هستم که امروز اینجا هستم با شما و زبان ها خارجی من خیلی خیلی دوست دارم و به نظر من فارسی و دری خیلی خیلی زبان شیرین و قشنگ هستند و از اولین بار که من گوش کردم این زبان خیلی به قلب من صحبت کردن.
So like, do you want to know what we talked about?
Yes.
Okay. So I said like this video we really wanted to this really we wanted to happen, we wanted to record this video, but I'm very happy and glad that we have you here today. And also she said that in her opinion Farsi and Dari, they are a very sweet language. And also for the first time, like she got interested in learning Farsi or Dari or Hazaragi through a song. She heard the song and she said that really spoke to my heart and touched my heart, and that's how she started.
I didn't know that.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and now we are going to hear a little bit more from the teacher. And I don't know, like, because we are married, and she's my wife. Like, if I say she is, um, I used to use Grammarly, and then one day she said to me that I can be you're better like Grammarly, So I think she is one of the best teacher, um, and we would like to hear a little bit more from her, like why does she like to teach English?
I like to teach English because I know that English is important. Veru, she said it in her answer about actually at the very beginning about knowing English is very helpful when she travels and she has friends all over the world who speak English and she can communicate easily with them. And I know that English is so useful because the whole world speaks English. And like Italian, I'm learning Italian, and but Italian, you only speak Italian in Italy. You don't speak Italian when you go outside of Italy. And so knowing English is important to travel and to be involved in the whole world. Um, and it's important to be able to do that. And I have been teaching for a long time. I have been teaching for 10 years, and I have been teaching a lot of English learners. I taught kindergarten, and I've taught ages 5 up until high school. Um, and now specifically teaching English. And so I enjoy it, and I know that it's important.
Wow, yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, since I met her, my English also like
Well, it's
got better
but I mean not just that, it's because you use English all day every day now.
all day, every day.
You know, it's I mean not you speak Italian as well outside, but mostly English. And so
Yeah,
that's why.
I mostly speak English, and especially when I speak, I also teach English in Rome. And I don't know why our boss is doing that. She's doing that to me. Like she used to send me to many different schools. So today you go there, today you go. So I visited, I don't know, maybe 30, 40 different schools around Rome, and I have a very good experience, like by teaching and like how important it is, like when you speak, when you use. And I know people that their English is getting better because the only thing they do differently than other people, they speak more.
Mhm.
And so, but I usually give them the tags, and like they do like very fast, and like they know all kind of rules and grammars. But I said like, okay, can you stand up and speak, not from the like the book, or just like, can you speak like, can you have like in some kind of general speech, or like just talk about. I said, oh, no, teacher, please, no. And why? Because that in that area they didn't really get improved. So I hope this video give you a clear idea of like how important is like how important like learning English is, and how the like just a normal conversation in English. And that's how we tried our best, like to give you in a perspective of like how does it look having in a and like just daily normal conversation, but also like asking questions. So like I think as far as I know that you have two names. Yeah, can you
Well,
talk about that? What is your last name like that you choose?
so Vero is my name in my
Is
documents.
that is Italian name?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And then let's say my Persian name, given to me by two friends of mine, is Gulbahar. And I the thing is like back on the time I used to study Farsi in the Iranian Institute in Rome, and also I used to meet many friends also from Iran and Afghanistan. And every time that they asked my name and they said Veru, I like could feel that for them it was not a like usual name, so they were like writing it in some like strange way, or like having some trouble remembering it. And apart from that, what made me strongly want to have a Persian name is that I really love that culture, and I think having a foreigner name, like it doesn't make you really into that culture. Like I don't know. I wanted
uh,
to like immerse myself totally in like Persian culture and language, and that's why like in yeah, a little more than 5 years ago, I asked my friends to find a Persian name, and they said Gulbahar.
wow, that is really good. And also a few days ago you said that it was one of your big dream that one day you go to Afghanistan and teach
Yeah.
English. Yeah.
Yeah, I really want it's I really want to travel to Afghanistan when it will be safe and when it will be possible. And especially apart from traveling there, I really wish one day I can actually live my life in Kabul And there are some institutes there that are well known for teaching very good subject overall, and especially like English, but music and other topic as well. And I would truly love to be like English teacher there one day, and that's why I am like studying now and taking some certificates, just like because I think that it might be helpful in the future for reaching my goal.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really a good goal, and I hope that happens as soon as possible because we know, another day I was talking with my brother, and he said like every day pass, and I become more aware that English is getting even more important. I said, why are you saying that? He said, because English is like will be the AI language, and the AI is not gonna go anywhere else. Like if I don't learn how to use AI, I will end up going somewhere that I will not gonna be happy. So, and I heard that I said, this is wow, this is so good. Like I mean, I never thought about that. Like that, how important it's like English, and but many people like they just define. I used to say that English is the only language that can be like a bridge. That wherever you go around the world, it will serve you. But then when my brother said like that this it's gonna be in the AI language, and it's like the technology language, so it's like I agree with that. And so do you have any question from Golbahar or Viru? And
We always call her Gulbahar, so that's what I know you as. It kind of sounds, it feels weird to call you Veru.
Yeah, it feels also weird for me, like Veru, who is Veru?
Who's
And then
that?
like yeah.
That's,
Viru,
I'm like,
right.
I don't know that person. But yeah, so I wanted to talk about in your experience learning English,
Mhm.
how, okay, I want to figure out how to word this, but my first question I think is, how do you start to think in English as you're speaking?
Well, for me, and I can say like overall should be like if you think in your language and then you have to translate in the language that you are talking, you are like wasting your like mental energies and also like some time. So I think like of course you cannot do this at the elementary level, but when you are a little more fluent and used to the language, I think overall you should stop thinking in your language and you should just try and push yourself and thinking in the language that you are talking. And I think it's also like more useful in terms of like being faster, in terms of like doing less mistake, because if you think in your language then you use like automatically the grammar of your language, and it's not good for
Influence.
yeah. So yeah, I think that's one trick.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's
Mhm.
very good.
Because my second question was going to connect to the grammar piece as well. So, how do you connect, like you were saying, just learning grammar and being able to like write grammar down to being able to speak? Like knowing grammar rules and connecting that to being able to speak. Does that make sense?
Yes, I think that of course grammar is important. I absolutely is the basis. And when you start, of course, you have to start with grammar and you have to start with learning the words. So it's a lot of memory work. But then, if you want to do like that step forward, you have to just start talk, and at the beginning your sentences will be like full of mistakes, full of like errors, but like you just have to keep on, and like yeah, you should mind your mistakes, but in terms like you learn from them and you don't do them again. But you should just push yourself and do it, and don't care about mistakes, because like there will be, I do mistakes also in my native language, so it's like Yeah.
I think that's good advice.
Can I also answer that question? So your question was like, you learn grammars and rules, but how you use them or connect them when you speak?
When you're speaking.
When you're speaking. I know people, they know grammars very well and they know the rules, but when they can they when they stand up, like when they meet someone to speak, like for them it's kind of like it's always feel like a gap between knowing all those things and speak. So I think it's like it's most like you when you learn it's like more in your head, in your brain, but when you speak it it's like how you can connect your thinking with your tongue, and that needs practice.
It needs practice. So you practice speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. What is your advice to people who are learning English, obviously on this channel, to advance their ability to speak or speak and read and listen and write?
Yeah, I would say good advice that worked for me is like when you focus on that on one language, it's like for example English in this case, just use it as much as you can. Like for example, if you want to like have it all around you, just set your mobile, for example, in English, and people don't think it's like something big, but people nowadays have their mobile all the time in their hands. So like by watching this and by listening to radio, listening to the news in English might be helpful, and watching movies, if there is like a movie that you know in your language, just watch it in English and pay attention to what they say, how do they say things. And the same with the book. Don't start for me like don't start with something that you don't know. You should like there is something you know in your language, just read it in English first.
There are many, many, many good children's books in English, and children's books are a good way because
Also,
they're
yeah,
simple grammar,
yeah,
simple sentences, simple vocabulary. So that's a good,
yeah,
that's a good tip.
also, yeah.
Yeah, can I also share? Yeah, I also learned English, and via my accent, you already know. One thing Golbahar said, I like to just added my opinion on that is some people think that like especially like I'm talking to Italians, like if you're an Italian like and watching this video, the mindset of like 95, 96% of Italian is in order to be fluent in English or get better, like improve, you have to travel, goes to another country, and like maybe will not have enough time to hear all her experience, like going to another country, and sometimes it's not even really been not that helpful, but because if you don't go there for any specific plan and for a specific reason. But I think now is the time that you can improve your English right here in Rome, and you don't need to go anywhere outside Italy, because we were talking with our neighbors, we other one of our neighbor, and the mom said like, well, my daughter, she turned 18, and after her high school she might go to US and to learn English and improve her English. And we said like, how much gonna cost? And they said a lot of money. And I said, you don't need to go to the US. US came here. We just to come open your door, and then like 2 meters open this door, like and just say. I think this is gonna apply to all of you. It's not just I just use our neighbor as an example, but like there are many good English teachers. Angie, our friend and my colleague, and she is one of the best teacher like in the world. Like she has 30 how many years 38 years experience of teaching in many different levels.
How did you mainly practice your English?
Well,
Who knows?
yeah.
No, not now, but like because now you're fluent, but
Probably another days as well. You know?
yes, I know,
Mhm.
but as you were learning, where or who did you practice your English with?
Well, I was lucky enough, like I studied in Liceo Linguistico, that is like high school purposely made for foreign languages. So it was giving me like a good basis at least. And then when I was, I think, 23, 24, I have been 9 months in London. And it was a little traumatic at the beginning, but it was also very helpful. And like, yeah, I can say, for example, like the very first and second month I lived with Italians. And then like I realized that I had to move, because even if I was in London living with Italians, I was using Italian all the time. And then I realized that it wouldn't have helped me. Like, yeah, I would use English, but only for few hours and only for few things. And then speaking Italian all the time, it's not like I was not there for that. So I moved. I changed home, and I had flatmate from all over the world. And it was pushing me to speak English because I had no option. And back on the time, there was internet on the phone, but it was like 1 gigabyte. Maybe it was like a very small amount. You cannot rely like on translating and something. So yeah, it was really pushing me. And also then after that, I worked especially in tourism almost all the time. And tourism, like it's mostly like English. And yeah, English I was using mostly.
So you after you learn English, then you also work in places that like they needed English.
Yeah, like
Mm.
I can say almost all the work that I did, it was with tourists or with foreigners. So
Mm.
yeah, like sometimes when I worked in Spain, of course I used the more Spanish, but still I was using English on daily basis, because like I was working in Barcelona province. So like most of the people were like from UK, or yeah, from other countries, like from Netherlands. I cannot speak Dutch, so of course I was using English. And that's like connecting to when we say like English is so important, because like if it can be like the only connection with someone that speak other languages that you don't speak. So
Exactly.
yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have any question?
I think that's all my questions.
Okay. But we are almost at the end of our video, but don't go anywhere and don't even stop watching. Gulwar, we were talking about that soon we are going to start in a course, an English course. And if you are if you are serious, not just curious about to improve your English, subscribe to this channel on the 17th of this month, like in that our course will start, and we will give you more information. And also, like, can you explain a little bit more?
Yeah, so it will be a course. It will be 10 videos, and each video will be about 15 minutes long. And it will be a course that will be called Level Up Your English. And it will be for people who want their English to get better, who want their English to grow and go to the next level. And the level it will start at is an intermediate level, so in between beginner and advanced. And we will cover all different topics of English. We'll talk about grammar, and we'll talk about speaking like a native, and we'll cover reading and listening and speaking and writing, and how to make your writing better, and how to read, and how to pronounce words as well. And so it will cover all of these different things in these 10 videos.
How many days does it, for how many days?
It will be 10 days, one video a day.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we were gonna give more information about that. And yeah, I like to say thank you so much, Viru and or Gulbahar. I like your both names. I mean, like Viru, it's the only challenging for me is like Vero, like it means like
Yeah.
it's like seriously like Vero, and but your name is like Viru, yeah,
Yeah, Veru.
Vero. Like how do you spell that?
Veru.
Vero. Hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Vero. Not like
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Not true. Not Vero.
Veru.
No. Viru.
Yeah.
Viru.
And thank you so much for this conversation. I really enjoyed being with you. And yeah, I suggest everyone to follow them. They are really good, apart friends, but also good teachers. So yeah.
Yeah, by the way, we also live in the heart of Rome, but a little bit outside the heart, like not very far from Colosseum. So the
Well, no one wants to live by the Colosseum.
really, well, like the Colosseum is like the heart of Rome. So
Yeah, but lots of tourists. We don't want to live by all the
yeah,
tourists.
we're not gonna be. So we live in Italy, and we laugh that one day we walked around and see like many Italians speak English very well, and that's why I'm teaching at school. Like I taught this year students, I don't know, more than 100 student I had hundreds of students I had at school, and many of them went to high school, and I made sure before they go to high school their English will be very good. So thank you so much again, and I hope this video was helpful, and please you can also share with your friends.